Hey everybody, how is it going today? Well, this is another video on Bionano Genomics. They came out with some news earlier today and the stock is up massively. In this video, I just want to touch base on that news and give you my opinion on it. Plus, I want to go over a couple other factors and then go over BNGO's chart. Now, if you are new to my channel, I like to find short-term and long-term trading and investing opportunities in typically lower-priced stocks. I like to find undervalued stocks with high growth potential and talk about all other things finance-related as well. If that's something that interests you, please consider subscribing so you don't miss any future trading or investing ideas. But please remember, I am not a financial advisor, so please do all of your own research before investing in any of these stocks. Now, in the news article that came out this morning, it says Biogenomics stock is exploding today after announcing results from a recent study. The study had the company doing a genome analysis of Professor Temple Grandin. Grandin has autism spectrum disorder, or ASD, and the test revealed details that were beneficial to the professor. The evaluation revealed sequence variants in the 3 ASD risk genes. The results showed 1 identified gene affecting ASD and 2 neurodevelopmental genes that could affect the person's ASD. Other pathogenic variants were seen in some genes that may contribute to health issues that the professor suffers from. Now, Eric Holmlin, the CEO of Bionano Genomics, said this about the positive news for BNGO stock. He says, this publication shows the importance of genetic testing for ASD and neurodevelopmental disorders. Widespread adoption of genetic testing is important to patients and families because it creates a better understanding of ASD, but more importantly, it informs families and patients about immediate health risks associated with ASD that could personalize treatment options and provide potentially life-saving information. So this early detection possibility would be huge for patients. All right, well, I'll head over to the charts right now. This is the daily chart of Bionano Genomics, and as we can see, this stock is absolutely exploding today. It is up approximately 100% at the moment. This is an intraday chart, so it's going to bounce around just a little bit, but one thing that I am noticing is the volume really isn't overwhelming for the share price to be up this high. And honestly, even though that was good news that did come out that I was reading earlier, I don't think that is good enough news to be making the stock double. This is more a product of all of the enthusiasm pouring into Bionano Genomics. And me personally, this is only my opinion, but if I was a shareholder right now, I would probably be selling, but I am a swing trader. So I would be selling at this point because this has all the characteristics of a short-term climax top. I mean, this day to day is bigger than any of the other days, and that's usually one of the defining characteristics of a climax move. Now, of course, tomorrow they could come out with even bigger news, and the stock could, more than double tomorrow. So this is just a guess. But if I was trading this stock today, I would be selling it and looking to re-enter. I do think this company has great long-term potential. So it would be a hard sell, but just for the fact that it's gone up so far, so fast, it seems kind of foolish not to ring the register and to buy back in at a lower price, because you would have to guess that even if today isn't the top, probably in the next few weeks, it should be below today's price. Like I'm saying, this is just my opinion. This is just a guess. But stocks don't go up in a straight line. They tend to move around and bounce up and down, even great stocks like this one. But this is the biggest day so far, and like I said before, that is one of the defining characteristics of a climax top. Now let's go to the intraday chart real quick. I touched base on this chart, the 15-minute chart earlier, and showed how it had been leveling up, and it was looking like it was going to blast out of this triangle consolidation, which it did. I didn't expect it to go up all the way to $7, so it just shows you how powerful Bionano Genomics is right now. But if you were a officer in this company right now, you would have to be thinking about selling some shares on the open market and raising some much needed cash because their cash situation really isn't all that great. But I think this company or this stock chart as of right now is kind of running on fumes. If we go back to the daily chart, it's just an enormous move up. And if I back out of it, even if I go to the weekly chart, you can just see how ridiculous of a straight up move this is. So if I was a shareholder, I would definitely be looking to lock in at least some of my profits. In a move like this, if I wasn't taking all of it, I'd probably take half. And if it goes up even further, I'm still holding on to half. If not, if I was totally out, I would just wait for a re-entry. Now, of course, there is that rumor that ARK Invest might be taking a position in this. I think that's just speculation so far. I haven't seen any concrete proof, but that rumor is swirling around because ARK Invest does take interest in companies like this. So, if that news were to come out tomorrow that ARK Invest was heavily moving into BNGO, that would be another catalyst to send this up probably another double. So just because the stock has went up this far doesn't mean it can't go further. But the higher it goes, you got to be asking yourself, are we closer to a short-term top or closer to a short-term bottom, or just closer to a top or closer to a bottom? In my opinion, we are much closer to a top right now than we are to a bottom. But that's just my current thoughts on BNGO. I will be looking to enter this stock on a pullback if it ever does. And hopefully you guys will be watching some of my videos. I'm going to show you how I plan to trade this on the swing, because I think BNGO is going to have some dynamite swing trades coming soon. But those are my current thoughts on BNGO. Let me get into some of the other stocks that we have on our watch list right now. All right, the first stock that I want to talk about is TRXC, and all these stocks that I'm going to be going over right now are stocks we've been talking about in our Patreon group. This one, we started following this once it started making this rounded bottom pattern, and it was finding support at these moving averages. If it continues to find support at these averages and then gets above this 8-period exponential moving average, it has a fantastic opportunity or a fantastic chance of breaking out, which this one is currently doing. It is currently up over 40% at the moment. Like I said before, this is intraday, so it could bounce around all over the place, but this is a very nice looking pattern. This is definitely one. When you see patterns like this, these are definitely ones you want to put on your watch list and see how they start materializing. If they start moving higher and holding these moving averages, that is a great sign that eventually it could be breaking out. But what you want to be looking for is these lower highs moving up and then putting pressure on a resistance area. And once it breaks through that resistance area, you can get a nice pop up quite often. So when you start seeing patterns like this, when the bottoms are starting to rise, you definitely want to flag those, put them on your watch list, and see if they start building up momentum. Let's get into the next one real quick. All right, the second one that I want to go over, we were talking about, was EMX Royalty Corporation, ticker symbol EMX. And as we can see, this is a very, very nice looking pattern. It is consolidating above this recent run-up, so that is a very bullish sign. The fact that it's not giving up any of this price advance that it had from months and months ago. And we can see that this consolidation was starting to round at the very end of it. So you got to keep an eye out for that breakout. And we got that a couple days ago. And today it is breaking out even further. At the moment, it is up about 8%. It was up even more than that earlier today. So it's pulling back just a little bit. Let me go to the 15-minute chart. If we go to the 15-minute chart, you can see this is a very healthy looking breakout. And we're probably going to get somewhat of a bullish flag or a triangle consolidation at this level on the intraday chart, and then I would expect it to start moving higher most likely. Anything can happen on these. These could break down anytime, or they could scream higher. So you just have to be aware of that and use your risk tolerance accordingly. But let's go back to the daily chart. But today, it was up well over 15% at one point. So if it can end the day near the highs, then chances are tomorrow it is probably going to move even higher. But let's get into the next chart. All right, the last one that I want to show you guys is America's Gold and Silver Corporation, ticker symbol USAS. This pattern is very similar to EMX that we saw earlier. This one is moving sideways. If you take away the pandemic low, it's basically been in a consolidation for well over a year. And when a stock moves sideways for this long, the breakout tends to be very big and sustainable. So this is one I am definitely watching. I'm going to negate this sell-off during the pandemic just because it got right back up into the consolidation pretty quickly. So when prices got cheap, people moved in, bought this stock, but they are holding it in this consolidation range. And if I zoom in closer, we can see that it is holding above the previous run-ups low, and it is consolidating at this higher level. It's finding support at the yellow line, which is the 200-period simple moving average. These lows are starting to rise and price is starting to move higher. Hasn't broken out yet, so this is one you definitely want to keep on your watch list, because if it does get a nice breakout, chances are, odds are favoring anyway, it should be a decent looking sustainable move up. So this is definitely one you want to keep on your watch list and keep a sharp eye on it, because if it does break out, it could be a good one. Alright guys, that's all I have for you in this video, so I'm going to end it right there. But if any of you are using this TC2000 trading software and you want any of this code, like I have written some code that will bring out these patterns in the market so you don't have to, scan through every single company. If you're interested in some of these patterns, just leave me a comment and tell me which ones you are interested in. Even if you are interested in another pattern that I'm not showing, chances are I've probably written code for it. I've written so much of it, but I'll be happy to leave it down there in the comment section. Then you can just copy and paste it into your software, and you will have that scanned forever. But if you enjoy this content and you like getting trading ideas, please like the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching my video all the way to the end, and until next time, take care, everybody.